Hey guys, Waldo here with another tutorial, and this one's going to be a two-parter on designing and enhancing dubstep style wobbles. The end product is going to sound a little something like this. It may not sound too good because of the screen capture program I'm using, but trust me, you'll like it. So this is going to be part one, which is the design aspect of it, and I'm going to be making this in Native Instruments Massive. Let's get started. So as a heads up, I design all of my Massive tutorials for so that you can minimize the screen, open up your version of Massive, and follow along without having to click back and forth between the videos. So just a heads up if you want to minimize your screen now and open up your version of Massive. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna do a new sound and go to oscillator 1 and choose Digigrain 2. Put the wavetable position all the way down, the intensity all the way up, and the amp all the way up, and the filter routing all the way to filter 1. Moving on to oscillator 2, you're going to choose the square saw 1, which is the default wavetable. Put it all the way up to the saw wave, intensity all the way up, amp all the way up, and filter routing all the way to filter 1 again. And you're going to want to put the pitch down 1 octave. A little trick I learned for doing the pitches for the oscillators. If you hold Alt key for Windows, I believe it's Option for Mac, and you drag the pitch, it'll go up and down by octaves. Little time saver. But yeah, that's it for the oscillators. Moving on to the modulation oscillator, I'm going to go to Ring Mod, put it on oscillator 1, put the ring mod up to about 8-ish o'clock, just up a little bit, not too much. Phasing, you're going to put it on oscillator 2, again at 8 o'clock, not too much. And you're going to put the pitch up for the modulation oscillator up an octave. Moving on to filters, just the one filter, you're going to choose a scream filter. And you're going to want to put the cutoff at about 130-ish. Scream and resonance dead center. And that's it for the filters. FX1, you want to choose a teletube. Put the dry wet at about 11 o'clock-ish. Drive a little bit past 3. FX2 is a dimension expander. Put the dry wet at 9 and the size about 930 10-ish. Moving on to the EQ, just boost the low shelf up to about 2 o'clock-ish and high shelf up to about 2 o'clock-ish, and that's it. Voicing, you're going to turn unisono up to 4 and make it a monophonic. For those of you who don't know what that means, it means that this specific synth can only play one note at a time, as opposed to if it was polyphonic, it could play multiple notes at a time. And for the trigger, you're going to put it on legato. Turn pan position on and put it about halfway between left and mono. And that's it for that. Insert 1, your hard clipper. For those of you who have an older or slash torrented version of Massive, you may not have this option. Don't worry. It just makes it sound a little better. It's not necessary though. Put the dry wet to about 10 o'clock-ish, 10:30, and drive same position, 10:30-ish. Bit crush for insert 2. Dry wet, 10:30 again, crush 10:30 as well. Moving on to the most important part of the wobble is the LFO. So go to your LFO 5 tab, And first thing you want to do is select, well, the sine curve is probably already selected for you. So slide the X fade curve slider up all the way to the sine wave. And you're going to want to turn sync on under that rate knob if it's not already. And leave that as it is. And then you're going to want to drag LFO5 over to your cutoff knob and drag it all the way just to the top. Like so. And you're also going to want to put your LFO onto your wavetable position for your first oscillator. And put it up just a little bit. I have it like if the wavetable position, if it was at 8, it'd be going up to about 8:30 if you're thinking about it as a clock. So not too much, just enough to change it up a little bit, make it sound a little better. And that is it for the wobble portion. Yeah, thanks for watching. Come see me in part 2.